Hi Floss Tube friends. Well, I am trying this on my iPad, so we're going to see. I did finally find the charging cord, so because I needed it for in-service. But anyway, so we're going to try and see if this works out better. The angle of the iPad is not exactly fantastic, but working on that. So, hi everybody, I'm Lisa. I'm the Seasonal Stitcher, Lisa Clark, and thank you for all my new subscribers, and those are from wonderful shout outs that I'm getting, and I so appreciate that. And I really need to start a Floss Tube watch list because I haven't had a ton of time to watch Floss Tubes in the last little bit, but I have watched a few, and they're the core ones that everybody watches, but I need to branch out and find some new people so I can shout them out as well. So, what's up with everybody? I made a list, and then I promptly did 2 days of it, and yeah. So, I'm going to go through my list and see what I've got on here. Oh, one of it is to make a Floss Tube video. Ha ha ha. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. Okay, so life update. So I'm not entirely sure how this happened, but yesterday was my oldest son's 30th birthday. He has an older sister who is 32. Courtney just turned 32. And they're the two oldest. And I don't know how it happened. It's just like I turned around and time was gone. So, if you have little children, you know, just every minute that you have with them is precious. I know it seems like you're, going to be in that phase forever. We thought we'd be buying diapers forever, and we'd have to be, they would be arguing forever, and they still do argue, but not like they used to. But it does. It goes by really, really fast. And I sat there and watched him with his beautiful wife and their beautiful son. And I thought, those are just life's biggest blessings. And I'm very lucky to have had 5 amazing children. I'm not sure where to look where the camera is, but anyway. So, but that being said, we were outside. And it was warm, very, very warm here in Michigan. It was humid, and there were bugs, like little, gnats and whatever. And I was really tired when I got home yesterday, and I'm really feeling it today with my fibromyalgia. So I'm just not with it. Plus, this past Thursday, I went back to school for a little bit. We had an optional professional development. So I always do the optional things. Plus it was on literacy, one of my favorite things. So it would have been better if it would have been like a half a day, but it was an all day thing. And I had to admit to my coworkers that were sitting there with me that I had pretty much forgotten how to write. It was just such a weird thing to focus and write and pay attention and everything. And then somebody else shared, she goes, well, that's nothing. She said, I couldn't find my bra this morning. So, teacher problems. But anyway. So that marks the beginning of the end of summer for me. I go back on the 24th for a meet and greet. I've probably said this before. And I start on the 27th. We don't have kids for a little while after that. Regular school starts on September 4th here in Michigan, or in our area of Michigan. But because we are a different program, we don't get kids until, I think it's September 18th. That gives us time to get out and do home visits and testing and things like that. So, and that's okay because, I don't know what, there's a weird knocking sound. And that's okay because I'm moving to a different school. All my stuff moved from one school to another. That's how they do it. The stuff goes with the lead teacher. And we didn't know that till the very last minute, so nothing is packed up correctly. It's all just thrown in boxes. And Yeah, and I have a new assistant teacher who I've already met. I already know. She's fantastic, lovely, wonderful. I think we're going to have a fantastic year. But it's always a tough transition. Not just for children, but for teachers too. Anyway, enough about that. So that's my life update. I have this, I made a list down here of things that I'm going to try keeping in order. And I'm actually going to print out a, like a guide sheet, I guess. That was my sweetie telling me he is at work now. I like for him to check in when he gets there. But I'm going to make a little guide sheet, and then I can just fill it in, because I can just print up a bunch, and because my life has got to get organized now. So, that was my life update. Whips. Well, where are my whips? Oh, here we go. Well, right now, my whips are these center labels. I have 120 something labels to cut out. And that's okay. It's just part of it. But I'm bound and determined to get completely organized this year. So, I got to do that. So those are whips in progress for me too. Because if I don't work, then I don't stitch. Well, that's not true. I could stitch from stash until I die. And then my people who are going to inherit this crap is going to be able to stitch. Works in progress. Okay, so I got this pattern. My youngest son and his girlfriend just moved into a house, and they have it decorated up so cute. And he's the one in the Navy, so they're in Norfolk area. So I got this from Needle Bling Designs with the sunflower, because they use sunflowers in their decorating. Or she did. I don't think he had much to do with it, but anyway. So I'm going to whip that up for them. I'm actually going to start that today. So technically it's a work in progress. Anyway. And I'm still loving these little project bags. I'm getting them at the Dollar Tree. I know you can get a bunch of them off Amazon and everything, but I kind of wanted them all to match because I'm weird like that. And then next week, I think next week, yeah, I should be able to show you my organization that I have for these, because I just figured it out, and it just looks really good, and it's working well for me. I wanted to give it a trial before I said, yeah, this is what I'm doing. Let's see, my other whip that I have, I don't have the picture because it's out of a magazine, and I made a working copy so that I could haul it around. But it was from a Halloween issue a while ago, and it's these, and I think it smells spooky. Yeah, it smells spooky. On perforated paper, and if you look very closely, I have one of the legs of the cross stitch done for some of them, and that is so I can do this when we travel. I worked on this on the Amtrak train when we go to Chicago. We go on the train. It's just quicker and easier. So these are perfect to do. So I'd like to get that finished for a banner. And then I ordered online. This was like my second download. That's not the pattern, is it? No. It's from Pinoy Stitches, and it's called Hooties, Red, White, and Blue Mini Collection. Aren't these cute? I saw this on another Floss tube or blog or something. So I'm doing a few of these for my patriotic tree. I have a patriotic tree at Christmas, and then these will be perfect. So, they're really bright and colorful, and I just love the Hooties. I think they're just adorable. And they have them for all different seasons. There's Halloween Hooties, and I don't have much of a start, but there we go. Working on perforated paper is not my fave, because I use the sewing method, and this is another one of the pouches that has just the slidey thing. I like those too, when I'm desperate. I'm just started this one, which is, the trilogy, and it is called School. So it's my goal to do like a school display in September. It's not going to happen anytime soon, but voila. I actually got a fair bit done on that one. And I'm picking some fall projects. I think I'm going to pick something out of this. I have the autumn ABCs. I'm going to start Pumpkin Hollow Farm. I have it on hold at the cross-stitch shop close to Detroit. We're going on the 23rd. So I just email her what I need, and she tells me if she has it or not. And she's getting some in. So picking that up. And I'm also starting, I think I'm going to start there's a stitch along, Season's Greetings or something. I think I might download that today and start that. Maybe not. I'm still working on those little 3-inch squares that go on that metal thing like I showed you last week. So I finished 2 more. Not fully finished, but so I did, this is August. And these are over 18 count to over 1. And I'm using DMC, of course, because it's Prairie Schooler. And then I did November. And I screwed up the white. Instead of using white or 3865, I used B5200, and it's quite bright, but that's okay. Use a clean turkey. So I have to fully finish those. And I don't know if I showed this or not, but I did beeline. I left off the alphabet at the bottom and then just made this even so that I can, you might see my cat jump in here in a minute. She's very nosy. And I'm going to frame this. So I had some fully finishes. They're just random. I'm just picking out ones to sew and stuff and turn. No, Maggie, don't go. Don't. So I have, and I'll show you the front and the back. This is a set. So we have the donkey, and the elephant. This is Prairie Schooler pattern. And then I finished them identical on the back. So they turned out cute. Those will all be packed away for next year for my patriotic. And they might actually come out in November for the election, for election day. I did a wee bit Wicked. I believe this is, I want to say Lizzie Kate, maybe out of the one of the magazines. And that's the back. And that button, I don't know if you can tell, but it's sparkly. It's really cool. I have a bunch of these that I stitched up. And I just finished them pretty simply on the back. Like that. And I have 2 more of these to finish. And I'm just going to put a hanger on them, and I'm giving those as gifts. I have 4 of these in total, but I only have finished 2. These are also going to be gifts, and I'm going to embellish the corners up here. So after I get them done, I'll either take a picture or I'll... And there's that one, and there's that one. This button is really cool. It looks like stone. It's gray and black. It's really neat. I finished, and again, I just grabbed out of the box, the magic box, crows. I can use this fall. And this is a dark green, and then it's got a dark button for fall. Home of the Brave goes with my series. And I think I want to stitch this again as a banner like Priscilla did. Let's see, I did this one. Is this upside down? Yep, it is. Prairie Schooler, that same chart with the elephant and the donkey. And I used the same backing fabric, but I used a different yo-yo. And this one that I found in that box, these are my oldest daughter's initials. I stitched this in 1999. And this button, you can't tell, it has kind of this beigey look to it, and it's sparkly. So I will be giving that to her. She respects cross stitch, she respects needle arts and quilts and things like that, but I don't think that's her forte. And she doesn't like tchotchkes hanging around, but she's going to like that, I'm sure. Let's see, I went to the thrift shop the other day, and I've gotten bags of linen, I've gotten bags of cross stitch material, so I always look through their stuff, and they had a bunch of cross stitch magazines. So I got some older ones, and I just thought this bird and a couple of other things would be really cute to do for a summer display. So I got that. And these were $1. And there's a Christmas one that I got. Now, I have all of these with the stockings. And it is my goal someday to make stockings for my grandchildren. I don't think I'm going to get to do it for my kids. But I am going to do grandchildren. And I'm up to 3 grandchildren, so I better get cracking. So, when I see these, I buy extras because you never know. So I got that one, and that's the toy room. This one is the music one. No cat. Oh, those are the only 2 that I found. This one does cross stitch needlework. I never got this magazine ever. So when I see one and I flip through it, if there's a couple of patterns in there, then I grab them. It was $1. I got this one. I know I have it, but I cannot find it because of that. My dogs. And then this one from Cross Stitch, and I have the boy. And I'm sure I have the girl, but like I said, a couple of years ago, a couple of things of mine I think got thrown away, and so if I see them and I think I had them, but I'm not sure, then I rebuy them, and they were $1. So anyway, so that's my purchases. Oh, I had a couple of other things I wanted to show you. So a while ago, I bought a candy dish. It's that milk glass. And I don't know if I can show you without dumping everything out. And it's got the holes around. And I'm using it as a scissors display. I have flower frogs everywhere, but I pretty much put pencils in those. And then I have my little pillow that says, I only stitch on days that end in Y. So that's what I did with that. And that sits next to my chair, my cross-stitch chair. And Michelle, Bendy Stitchy, showed her sewing box that she got. So I have its twin, I think. And I think I don't know if she decided what she was going to put in hers, or she was probably going to be good and put like sewing stuff in it. Okay, don't tell anybody. This is where I keep my chocolate stash. Anyway, it's beautiful. It's a nicely made little box, and I absolutely love it. Okay. My dogs, they have to let me know when somebody walks by. Okay. Oh, I think I'm just about done. Plans for next week. Let's see, next week. Next week, I'm still doing Mimi Care with my granddaughter. We're having a great time. That'll be our last week of Mimi Care. The following week, she's going with her granddad to Canada. And they'll be gone for the week. I might have my grandson for a couple of days. Just maybe take him out to lunch and do a couple of things with him. And that's next we's. I'm still trying to get myself organized. I'll probably start getting in more of a routine for school. Start doing more stuff for school, as far as making things. I make a lot of stuff for my classroom. So I have a giveaway. Oh, I know, and I know I'm going to have a Pass the Stash giveaway coming up because I just realized that I bought 2 of the same pattern twice. I have to start using my app and log my patterns. Okay, so I bought 2 of these. Remember, this is the thing from Joann's, and this is a chalkboard, so that's cool too. But this is what I'm using, and I'm doing the magnet finish a la Priscilla and Chelsea on here. Well, I have 2, and I'm not going to use 2. So I am trying to get rid of stuff. So if you would be interested in this, and I might throw in a few other goodies, just leave a comment below. Please be a subscriber. Please like the video. And just say, I'd like the square finish. I'd like the square. Just do, I'd like this, the 10 square, 10, T-I-N. I'd like the 10 square, please. And I will put your name down and get somebody around here to pull a name. I'll take names until next, let's do, what's today, Sunday? Let's do next Saturday midnight. So that would be the 25th. No, that's wrong. The 18th. The 18th. August 18th, midnight. You have to enter for this fantastic 10 thing. Now, just be aware, in the mail, this might get a little squished, but it's metal. You can just redo it. So, and you'll probably get a few other little goodies. Also, let me know if you would be interested in doing a kindness, a stitching kindness train. So, here's what we would do. I have a little kindness bag, and we would pack it. I would start. So I will pack it with little stitchy things. Some patterns, some yo-yos, some buttons, maybe some scissors. All kinds of stuff. It doesn't have to be new. Can be used, whatever. And the way that that would work would be if I get the package and I take out a pattern and a couple of yo-yos, then I would put back in something that's comparable. You know, you wouldn't just throw in like a package of needles, unless they were really good ones. You would put in like another pattern or, you know, whatever. And then if you want to add more stuff to it, then you could do that. So, and then you would pass it on to the next person. So we'll make a list if anybody's interested in doing this. And I thought maybe we would do, I don't know, let's say 5. Can we get 5 people, not including me, so I'd be the 6th. So I'll start it, and I'll mail it to the next person. And I'll try and keep it in one of those prepaid boxes. And I think, I don't know, let me think about this. Because I think the small box would be too small. Unless we want to keep it to small patterns. Do we want to keep it to small patterns? Let's do that to keep the cost low. Because I think it's like $7.95 or something. It's under $8 to send that little wee box, and it's about this thick. Right? Well, now I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, just sign up if you want to do this, and I'll figure out the logistics later. So it is going to cost you money. I just want you to know that ahead of time. So you would put your stuff in there, and a lot of this stuff is not heavy, so it's not going to be like a fortune. Probably under $10. So you'll get this big box of stitchy goodness, and then I thought maybe we would just like put a card in there to the next person for stitchy encouragement, and then kind of keep going and keep going and keep going, and then it will eventually come back to me. So, what do you think? 5 people, not including me, so 6 total. So I'll take the first 5 people that want to do it, And then if it goes well, then we'll do it again. So I just think it would be fun. I have stuff I want to give. I need to give away. I really, really do. I mean, honestly, who needs this many scissors? And this is not even close to what I have. And I use these, this is funny, I use these scissors all the time instead of these little sharp things. And I always put these in my project bags. Do you know why? Because I poked a hole in a $30 piece of linen one time with those sharp scissors. I use these, they're blunt, they're perfectly fine. So I just buy a bunch of them for back to school time, and I use them for all kinds of stuff. But for now, I'm going to be using it to cut these out. But I'm happy I have a job. I love my job. I'm grateful for my job, so I just need to get over it, right? Just suck it up, sister. Okay, happy stitching for the rest of the week. I will talk to you guys at the end of the week next week. And if you have any questions, just reach out. And thank you so much again for all the kind words and all the likes and subscribers. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. And I will talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.